Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Powder Crafts, and today I'll be making 5 cards. Pretty much they're all going to kind of look the same, but I'm using some pattern paper and images. At this point in the process, I have not decided which images I'm going to use, but I did decide on these 2 paper pads. The 4.5 by 6.5 paper pad is from Recollections. It says Sweet Water. I don't know if that's the name of the paper pad. I would assume so. And then the other one is from Molly and Rex, and I don't see a name on this one. But the Molly and Rex paper pad's a 6 by 6. I've had for a really long time. I really just kind of need to use it up. And the 4.5 by 6.5 one is fairly new, just meaning I've purchased it sometime in the last few months. So flipping through the papers to find out which is going to work with the images I am using today, I have decided to use the fairies that I already have colored from the Fairy Good Friends stamp set from My Favorite Things. I have lots of images already pre-colored that just kind of hang out, and I decided that I want to use those. So I'm kind of finding some paper here and then matching the fairy's little outfit, because again, they're pre-colored, so I'm not coloring them to match the paper, so I need to find the paper to match their little outfits. Once I have all those done, I'm going to go ahead and do some die cutting. And after the die cutting, I'm going to stamp beautiful on these Fishtail banner die pieces. I showed 1, but I did 5. So we'll go ahead and we're going to put those aside for right now. I am choosing some colored cardstock. This is 100 pound. This is from my stash. I have no idea the names. They probably came in card kits, most likely, but I do have quite a stack of miscellaneous pieces of card bases, so I grabbed some to match the pattern papers I chose. While I was die cutting, I grabbed my Hello die from My Favorite Things and die cut the Hello sentiment from some scrap paper that I had laying around. So we are going to just go ahead and assemble these cards. Everything's fairly easy. I just have the pattern paper, my beautiful banner, and the hello, so that the card reads Hello Beautiful. Using just some liquid glue to adhere the hello, and I'm just pressing it down with my hand. I thought about putting a acrylic block over the top to kind of hold it down, but it didn't. I put enough glue on there, it really wasn't necessary. Now here I've also pulled out some scrap ribbons that I thought I might use, but I just didn't like the way it looked, so I decided to forget that process, and we're just going to keep these cards fairly simple. I think I will mail these out to some of my nieces just to say hello and I miss you. And of course, no card is complete without using some sort of sparkle. Recently, I have been using the Spectrum Noir glitter brush. I absolutely love it. I think I like it a little bit more than the Wink of Stella. I just think it covers a little more evenly, and you don't get those little globs of glitter, which are kind of goldish in color with the Wink of Stella. And that could totally be user error. Maybe I'm going over the same spot too many times and I get that. Anyway, I just find that this particular glitter brush works best for me and how I craft. Adding a little bit of the Nuvo glitter drops. These ones are in the color Yellow Bird. Just adding that to any of the fairies that have like the little wand. On this one here, I'm going to put the sentiment over to the right a little bit more because I have all those really pretty flowers and I do not want to cover those up. So we'll just go ahead and again add our sentiment I've had this sentiment for quite a while. I don't know why I have not used it before, but I really should probably dig out my sentiment dies and use them a little bit more. So you might see some more sentiment dies coming up in the future. What is the point of having all this stuff if we're not going to use it? So this year I've really challenged myself to kind of use what I have and not buy. Not that I don't give in to buying at some point, but for the most part, I'm really trying to work hard on using the items I have before I buy new. Especially if it's stuff I already have, like patterned paper or ribbon, Nuvo glitter drops. I've got a ton of those. So for this card, I thought it'd be fun to bring in some paper flowers. These little flat ones have been in a jar forever. They feel very fragile, and I decided not to use them on this particular card. I grab another container I have with more paper flowers. This paper flower tends to have a little bit more dimension to it, and it's really pretty, and it ends up coming out really nicely. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to use these other paper flowers for. They are so old, I feel like they're going to just fall apart if I put them on the card. So I'm going to go ahead and put those aside, and we're going to put this little yellow flower on. I am using the multimedia matte glue for this one. I don't know why. I think it's just in my head that it's going to adhere better than the Tombow Mono, but I think that's just me. I don't think that's actual truth. I think that's just, I don't know, something that I taught myself to believe. Do you have products like that, like you think they might work better, but you don't really know for a fact they work better, but because you already think that, you tend to use that, or is that just me? So I think this is the last card here. We're going to use this really fun, multicolored pattern paper. I think it's super adorable. It's gonna go great with my little fairies. There's lots of fun sayings on it, like have fun, go wild, love you, all the love, be happy. So some really positive, upbeat sentiments. I did pop all of my little fairies up on foam tape, as you can see. Adding the little finishing touch of sparkle, and this card will be considered done. So off camera, I do add some white panels on the inside. I do not decorate them because I'm going to write messages. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, hit subscribe. Until next time, bye.